Hey, it's been a really long time since I did a video, I know that. No, I'm not dead or anything, or, you know, didn't like suddenly turn, something and turn away from YouTube or anything, but, had a lot of stuff go on though, and no service where we live, but we live somewhere in the house and everything's great like that. Uh, it's just, there's been so much stuff going on in the world that I really need to start talking to somebody about it. So I'm just going to start doing my YouTube again, hopefully. If I can remember to. Oh man, it's been kind of crazy. I mean, life's been kind of crazy for everyone. Obviously a little bit, But, man, have you ever just felt super torn? Like, I see all this corona stuff, okay? I ain't really scared of getting coronavirus. Like, a really good half of me believes that there's no coronavirus. Or, I mean, there's a coronavirus, but I mean, like 450 people die a day from the flu. So, I mean, like, just in the USA or something. So, I mean, it's not like. And the other thing is this has been going on for several months and nobody's been really tested, you know. So I mean, it's already widespread, and now they don't have tests to test anybody either. So you know, and but anyways, like real quick on this, in November I broke my back. Yeah, just a compression fracture, but let me tell you, it laid me up big time. So that was the 22nd on our anniversary, of course. I was trying to turn my car with a broken rack and pinion and out of the middle of a major highway and just reefed on it, man, way too hard and yeah, broke a couple bones in my back. So uh, I knew there really wasn't a whole lot I could do about it, especially at the time because the car went to shit. And then we had just started working here and had to get some money together to buy something. We did that, and all that's good. But in January, on my birthday, well, just like the day before my birthday, I fucking stood up in my knee. Well, okay, wait. The night before, I was laying in bed, went to push up, in bed because my back was still fucked up, and my foot slipped on my bad knee, and I have this knee that shouldn't even be together right now. I shouldn't even be walking on it right now. I mean, I shouldn't even really have a knee right now because it was that messed up when it happened like 18 years ago. I've only got half of my bone in there and a big old, like a plate on the side, to make up for it, and a bunch of screws. But now, like, my whole kneecap and everything is all like cracked into big old chunks and everything, and then there's like all kinds of cracks. It's really bad. Not only that, but my other knee is in the same shape. Not quite that bad, but pretty rough, And kneecaps all. It's a mess. Anyways, I have no meniscus left. It's all gone. It's bone on bone or whatever. But I've been getting along all right with it, man, until that day. And then it was just like, nah, I couldn't even bend it or anything. I mean, I was freaking out. And this was about the same time I had to go to the doctor. Anyway, for my checkup, because like my every 3 months or 4 months or whatever. So I go into my doctor's office, and actually, when I went in, I didn't feel good. Had my glands were swollen. I had this thing on the back of my neck that seemed like like a mole that grew on these glands, and it was just a mess. And I did have a spot on my head that was sore, but I hit it on a motorhome, and I swear to God, I think it skinned the bone or something, and yeah. But But that was like months before. So I go in and I try telling this doctor, I said, well, I broke my back in November. She's like, I doubt that. It's kind of young to do. I said, okay, well, can we do an X? Well, yeah, we'll do an X-ray. So yeah, it come back and like my back is like, since 2014, it's just went to shit. Like, it's really bad. Anyways, I got like 9 breaks in my back. Not from just then, but like over the years, and just yeah. Not to mention just a whole bunch of, it said advanced degeneration in all my facets and at all levels, multi-level or whatever. So that really sucked. And then this thing on my knee. And then when I go in there, I'm like trying to tell her I got a sore throat, don't feel good, got my glands are swollen, the back of my head hurts. She looks at it like, ooh, that don't look right. And then she looks at the thing on my head, she said, oh, that needs to come off that. That looks like cancer. And then she starts talking about skin cancer and how you can have it for years and all this and shit. And I'm like, what? Well, it ain't me. Well, at least it's only skin cancer. That's what I'm thinking. Because you know how much I ever thought I'd get cancer? I don't know that much about it. I mean, I sympathize with people, and I know people, many people I know. I just never thought that I'd get it, so don't ask me why. It's just weird. And so I never knew that much about skin cancer. I thought, well, if I get anything, it probably would be skin cancer. I've always had bullshit going on with my skin. That's kind of lupus, supposedly, or whatever. Oh, man. I've been... Anyways. It's a good thing that what people tell you aren't really what you are. Because I'd have been dead by now, but... Anyways, so... She tells me this. She looks at this thing. She says it needs to come off. So she sets me up with the dermatologist to go in and have it taken off and biopsied, And about 2 days later, and she didn't do anything for my glands or anything. She said, oh, here, take some antibiotics. I'm like, I don't know if it's in need of that. But I took them home and I went and filled them. I didn't take them right away. Well, all of a sudden I started getting these bumps all over my head, nodes, nodules. I mean, and they weren't really painful at the time. They were like little pea-sized, hard, things. And I had these big purple spots on my head. And I just looked it up, and it's like nodule melanoma. It like kills you like in months. I mean, I didn't even know that skin cancer really could kill you like that anyway. And I'm like, what the fuck? This shit's bad. I mean, plus I still didn't feel good. Because who knows, man? Maybe I had who knows? We all could have had this fucking coronavirus already. I mean, it's been going... it's just so... Anyways. But you want to believe it, but you don't want to believe it. That's what I was getting to anyway. So, I tried to get this appointment with this dermatologist who has a big old, problem with my insurance. Don't take Medicaid or, Obama, Medicaid or whatever. Don't take that. I had to say, I had to pay for the appointment if I don't have a certain kind of Medicare. I'm like, oh, okay. And they go take the biopsy of it. By this time, I have like 10 of them. So I'm freaking. And not feeling any better. I think I'm dying, I'm all ready to, like, I know who's getting what. And I called to find out how much it cost to, set up something ahead of time if I, when I croak. I mean, seriously. I was totally convinced, And, I mean, I even felt shitty, And I still don't feel great. I got it, because what happened is it turned out it wasn't cancer, but they said it was blood pooling under my skin, which is a symptom of something else, and I need to go see my doctor. So I tried to call my doctor's office several times to get in there, And in the meantime, I'm getting bigger and bigger freaking blood clots on top of my head. And they hurt. It's like having a varicose vein or something, you know? And it's pretty nasty. And I'm telling you, along every single vein on it. I don't have any hair right now because it like blocked the circulation to a lot of the veins in my head, and it caused a bunch of ulcerations. So yeah, it's been pretty. And then when I go in to see my doctor, she was like, "Yeah, you need to just like, take care of it. Stress, don't be so stressed, and don't pick at your head." I'm like, no, bitch. That is not what's going on. Just like she told me it wasn't my back that was broke, my back was broke. Just like everything I've said. She says, well, what do you think it is? I said, it's vasculitis. I know it's vasculitis. And she's like, well, we can take a test and find that out. So I said, good, give it to me. So I go, have the test. My sed rate's all high. Exactly. Vasculitis. And by this time, I totally get it, but I stopped taking ibuprofen. And they stopped coming. Stopped growing. By this time, I had like a little cap on the top of my head full of blood because of all the blood clots and stuff on my head. It was pretty, and I've got a lot of neurotic skin. I don't know if I'm going to get hair back or what. I mean, I ain't vain. I don't give a fuck about that. The shit hurt, man, and I tried to get into my doctor, and the bitch blew me off when I did get into her. So now, I'm sitting here, I'm like, geez, man, what do I do? So I started using home remedies on it, and I put, like, milk and honey and bread and different, things that help heal ulcers on it. Started healing. I put, other things on it to draw the blood out first, and then I started healing the ulcers, and so it's coming along, but and they quit growing because I quit the ibuprofen that I've been taking since. I mean, I thought it like burned holes in your stomach. I didn't realize that what it does is damage your capillaries. So if you have any type of easy bleeding or you have anything like that, you should never take ibuprofen. And I wasn't supposed to anyway because of my surgery, but I figured, it's not hurting my stomach. My back hurts like a bitch, and that's the only thing I took, for pain at the time. Maybe some Tylenol if it got real bad. But yeah, so, I kind of did all that. Well, then all of a sudden now, well, in the meantime, I went to my doctor, and he wanted to do this knee surgery, and I needed it right then because I couldn't even bend my leg. Well, then it just started getting better. Now I'm back to walking on it again. I mean, I gotta walk a little funnier, but I can walk on it. It's not real painful. And I have knee surgery scheduled on April Fool's Day. So now this coronavirus thing. Then I go to, get this, I go to see my heart doctor. Because I wait for this appointment, because I'm thinking heart and vascular, the dude's gonna figure this out, which he would have, because he's a real smart guy and everything. I get there and I'm like 8 minutes late, and they fucking wouldn't take me, and so I don't have an appointment with him till like the 25th, and then I got a doctor's appointment with the doctor that told me, I had to quit being neurotic and picking my head, and so, anyways, now with all this coronavirus thing, I'm sitting here thinking, well, yeah, duh. I haven't had to go in any kind of doctor's office or anything like that. So, I guess I shouldn't have been going. So anyways, I'm going to cancel my knee surgery since I'm walking on it just fine. And just stay the fuck away from people. I mean, it ain't like I'm really scared of getting the coronavirus, but, man, a lot of people are, and, it's like I'm so divided on it, because I feel like it's a complete scam. I feel like it's, like, trying to cause mass hysteria and financial collapse, and, it's part of the plot with you know, that Putin has or whatever. Really, I mean, I get, but I'm, whatever. I think all that, but, you know, it's just like, who's going to stop it, you know? Who in the fuck's going to stop it? It's just sitting here. Here, shake my hand. Oh, shake my hand. I can't even believe it. And then he said, no, I'm not getting tested. And he's like, I got tested, yeah, last night. Liar. Liar. Look at his face. He's lying. He ain't got tested either. He just misunderstood the question. Wait till you hear it. This is, you know, good God. Anyways, I'm staying out of like any of those kind of medical places because I've been healing myself all winter long, you know, without a lot of help from docs and all that anyway, so. But, yeah, so I think I'm pretty clear. We are out in the boonies, so I don't go too many places and I don't hang out in crowds, so. I hope everybody else stays safe. I mean, you know, don't get too freaked out about it, but it's pissing me off that they're like locking people down. I mean, because that's always been part of my theory of what was going to happen in the end anyways, and then it's just like, fuck. For real? Like, is it time to go pitch my tent in the woods for real? I mean, maybe that's why I was trying to figure out how to do all this. Maybe that's why I still kept my motorhome. I don't know. I'm thinking,